So a lot of people think that text to image prompting, prompt engineering is really quite a challenging activity, particularly when it comes to creating stock images. And so this video is all about how you shouldn't be working too hard with your prompts. You're not really engineering anything. These can be super easy, super straightforward, and you can still generate content that really sells. So I'm going to give you my top tips on how to create simple prompts that are easy and can be built into a really time efficient workflow, because stock photography, creating generative AI content for stock, has got to be an activity that you don't spend a lot of time on. But before I get into my top tips for effective prompting, I'm just going to show you 3 images right here. Okay, these 3 Halloween images have all sold on Adobe Stock and were each created with single word prompts. So I typed in the word Halloween and that's it. I got a lot of cool images using one word prompts. And that's just to show you that it can be pretty easy to create generative AI content that actually will sell. It's not always going to be one word prompts, however. That's why these simple tips should help you out with creating tons of content to sell on Adobe Stock using tools like Midjourney. So my first tip is to keep your prompt short. Not always one word like I just mentioned, but you can get by with short prompts. I often have prompts that are under 6 words that create images that are perfectly fine for stock. Sometimes you have to go a little bit longer, but the reason that I think that you want to keep your prompt short is because you want to have simple images that communicate simple concepts. Stock images often are not complicated. They're fairly straightforward. It's easy for the viewer of the image to understand what the concept or what the message is being presented through that medium. And so if you're going overboard on your prompts, you're probably also cluttering your images with concepts that actually decrease the ability or the value of the image as a saleable commodity. So stay short with your prompts. This will be time effective and it might actually make your images better for the stock sites. The second thing that you should do is learn a few effective commands that you commit to memory that are always at your fingertips that you'll add to many of your images. That way you don't have to sort of think. I'm always trying to avoid thinking, that's my game. Seriously though, you want to have these commands just all automatically at your fingertips. You know you're going to apply them. You're going to go through a set of prompts and it's going to be, for example, like pick randomly 4x4 truck, sunny sky, 4x4 truck, cinematic lighting, 4x4 truck, night. And once you have that, you'll find that your prompting goes way faster and you'll find that it's just easier to generate a series of images that you can then upload to the stock sites. So learn the prompts. Don't spend hours digging through Twitter, X, websites, looking for prompt guides. You might have to do that up front. You have to do some legwork, but once you sort of figure out what you want to do, just keep your stable of prompts fairly slim and minimal, because you don't need to go crazy for stock sites anyway. The third and final tip that I want to bring up in this video is to create a prompt template when you start a session. You're going to create some new assets. Put together a single prompt that is designed to then be copied and pasted over and over again with slight adjustments. What I'll often do is create a whole series of prompts based off a single prompt. And as images are generating, I've already pasted my prompt into a new line. I've altered the sort of one word or the two words that I'm going to alter, and I've fired that one off. So I've got all these series of images being generated off what's essentially a single prompt. This way, I'm not spending time on prompts. I'm spending time on putting images into my hard drive that I can then upload to a stock site like Adobe Stock. All right, so I hope those 3 tips were helpful. Hopefully you can use these to increase the efficiency and the effectiveness and the quality of content you're generating from the AI text-to-image platforms for sale on stock sites. Please let me know if you have any experience doing stuff like this, whether you agree, disagree, think I'm out to lunch. Would love to hear from you. All the best on generating your content and making a little bit of extra money selling AI generated images. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.